Bell Motorsports, and our thoughts are with the family. We also want to pass along some good news involving the man in the left lane, Morgan Lucas. His father, Forrest Lucas, has just been released from the Mayo Clinic. He had been in the hospital for 2 weeks. He had a complication from surgery that laid him up, and it was a bit of a struggle, but heard from wife Charlotte that he is going to be okay. He's on the mend. In fact, they are planning on being at Pomona, so that is good news. Let's go and talk to Corey Mack.
Corey, getting a cool drink here after a hot run. A year ago in this event, you lost in a hole shot to Brandon Bernstein. How much was that on your mind today?
Since I woke up this morning. It's one of those things. But it's just one of those things where he is an excellent driver, excellent crew over there. But this Fran Mayer Top Fuel dragster is starting to haul the meat. And I'll tell you, run 55 in these conditions, I think is pretty good. So for Samstown and Torco Racing Fuels and Evan, Nolan, everybody, we want to thank you guys for everything you do for us. And I'll tell you, to beat the Bud car in the Bud shootout, that's a big deal.
Bet it is.
All right, as we come back towards the starting line, there is Morgan Lucas. He is the only rookie in the shootout right here this year. 41st different competitor. Well, you saw from the Sanyo Lightship, we stayed with the smoking tires, and the win light goes to Scott Coletta, even though he was smoking all the way down the track because Morgan went red.
Morgan Lucas is going to be kicking himself. His crew, Jim Dupuis and the rest of the guys, gave him a great race car, a 452 in the heat of the day, but Morgan threw it all away on the starting line when he left before the green light came on. Just a mental error right there, and I tell you, that's a tough break because obviously he would have been in the next round, but Scott Coletta, you see him there getting that thing sideways as he was smoking the tires. He's the one that'll be in the next round.
And there is Scott finally making it to the far end of the racetrack, and that will bring us down to our final pair. And we've talked a lot about the championship year that Tony Schumacher has had. And there is the man that's going to try and take him out, last year's winner of the $100,000, David Grubnick. In fact, that was his first ever NHRA major event win. He had yet to win a national event. In fact, did that earlier this year. But for Tony Schumacher, the eyes closed, the concentration there, because there is one thing he has never done. He's won at Indy. He's won championships, but he has not won the Budweiser shootout. And Mike Dunn, I want to ask you, how important is that to put a period on that kind of resume?
Well, obviously you've won 3 championships, just sewed up your 3rd championship, so you would like to be able to add that because this has been a dominating race car, and you want to show that domination when it's all said and done, because that's all you're going to remember. How many races you won? You won the championship and you won the shootout all in the same year. That was a bad race car.
Let's go back down trackside. The burnout for Tony Schumacher. He's selected the left lane. And you're on board the Strivectin SD top fueler of David Grubnick. Of course, if you were with us on NHRA Today last week, you know they signed a 3-year deal for Strivectin to be the major sponsor on that machine.
Obviously, the team's very excited about that, but they're very excited about getting that pick to get in the show. I mean, the defending champion of the Budweiser shootout, but they had to pick with 8 other drivers, and he gets the draw to be able to get in here to have the opportunity to try to repeat against Tony Schumacher.
Grubnick holds the distinction of being one of 6 drivers to win the shootout in his rookie start last year. And Tony, for him, it's his 7th straight Budweiser shootout. He was runner-up to Doug Coletta, his first ever side-by-side sub-4 52nd run back at Pomona in '03. That was his only ever shootout final, and that was a great drag race, which we all remember.
And Alan's got to be happy right now with what he's seen in front of him. So, I mean, 2 cars went down that left-hand lane. Corey ran the 455. Morgan Lucas ran a 452. You know he's aggressive. He's not going to pull anything back. He's going to race that racetrack and run as hard as he thinks he can run it. And right now, that left lane looks really good.
He is one step closer. A 4:52 elapsed time, 325 miles an hour to a very respectable 4:56 for David Grubnick. He just ran into the wrong guy in the first round of racing action. And Tony Schumacher, think about this as they coast on out, as he has the quickest run of this session. As we take a look at this, if he wins, he already won $400,000 for the championship. If he wins this and goes on to win the race with all the bonuses, that's a $600,000 payday.
He can probably make a couple house payments with that, but hey, we're in Vegas. We talk about the luck of the draw. David Grubnick got lucky to get in the show, but unfortunately, he drew Tony Schumacher in the first round. And like you said, Marty, that run would have beat in pretty much a lot of the other teams, but unfortunately, it just came up short to Tony's great run.
It would have beat everybody but Corey McClenathan's run. Take a look at the matchups in the semifinals. It'll be Schumacher and McClenathan with the lane choice over the Coletta clan. So that's the way second round will shake out here at the Budweiser Shootout. Second round will be coming up when we return right here to Las Vegas. Today's Speed World presentation of the NHRA Budweiser Shootout brought to you by Powerade. Sport is what you make it. And Budweiser, bright, crisp, clean, pure, the king of beers. And you're looking down on New York, and Excalibur. And if we go a little bit further, you would see the Luxor Hotel and Casino. Just all part of the action here in Las Vegas. And joining us here in the penalty box, first round elimination, Brandon Bernstein. Good thing you got your hands in your pockets. You can't hit me.
That's right. No, thank you, guys. Thanks for having me. Yeah, unfortunately, we're out of the Budweiser Shootout. But, hey, it's part of it. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, but you didn't get beat on any mistake. I mean, you just got beat by a better car.
True. Yeah, Corey Mack put a number on us, so that's unfortunate. But hey, we'll see who can win this thing now.
He remembered what you did to him last year in this deal. He talked about it at the far end.
Probably
Let's
did.
talk a little about the ladder and show you what's going to happen here in the semifinals. We will have Tony Schumacher with the lane choice over Doug Coletta. In the first matchup, we'll have Corey McClenathan with the lane choice over Scott Coletta. And as they come down to the line, Scott has a one Bud Shootout win. That was 1996 over guess who? That guy right there.
Corey McClenathan's looking awfully good right now, bringing Wes Cerny on board. Talked about they're trying to get this thing consistent. The car's been running good all year, making good runs. They just haven't got that consistency in eliminations.
Yeah, they're looking good this weekend, though. That's a tough car right there.
3 good runs right down the track every time.
That's right.
Dave, brief?
Just talked to Wes Cerny, asked him about the tuning of a top fuel car, something he hasn't done. He says he's inherited a very good car. It's only flawed in one area very early in the course. That's what he's been working on. As far as Scott Coletta's tuner, Jim Oberhofer, goes, Jimmo says his car is having a hard time making power. He's trying one thing right here to see if he can get a little more power. Of course, power equals elapsed time, and that's what getting around wins.
What a great race. And the win goes to Scott Coletta. Connie likes it. Take a look at the numbers. 4.61 seconds to a 4:64.
Wow, they didn't run the big numbers, but boy, it was a good side-by-side race. It looked like Corey may have dropped a cylinder just on the other end, slowed him down just a little bit.
Yeah, it was great right off the line. Looks equal, 90 to 95. That's a great reaction time for both of them right there. Just going through there, and yeah, just the speed right there on Scott Coletta got through there, man.
Yeah, right side of your screen, right before the finish line. I think right there you saw the cylinder go out.
Yeah.
But that was a good drag race.
All right, as we come back down trackside, you look down from the Sanyo Lightship at this beautiful facility here in Las Vegas as we get ready for Tony Schumacher and Doug Coletta. There is Doug. And after the burnout, we'll talk more about these guys. But first, let's go to the far end. Gary.
Scott Coletta, we haven't had that many opportunities to talk this year, although there have been a couple of victories along the way earlier in the season. But right now, you're one step away from a $100,000 payday. How good's that feeling?
Yeah, man, that feels awesome, for my guys and everybody at Mac Tools and Mac Card. We're just having fun and going to try and salvage this year.
It has been a tough week, I know. The loss of your mom, and maybe this is a way to brighten up spirits a little bit with the team, we hope.
I hope so.
Thank you.
And as they get ready to go back to action, we'll get ready to go back to the starting line. First, we'll talk about tomorrow on ESPN2 and ESPN2 HD. NHRA Today, presented by Lucas Oil, will be at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. We'll be bright and early live here at the track. And at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, we'll have 3 hours of final eliminations. And don't forget that coming up right after the Budweiser Shootout, 2 hours of qualifying action right here on ESPN2, ESPN2 HD. There is Doug Kalitta as he gets ready now. He won in 1998 over Eddie Hill in his first year in Top Fuel, and he also won in 03 over that man right there, Tony Schumacher, here in the Budweiser Shootout. Tony Schumacher is one step away from completing something he has never done, winning the Budweiser Shootout. And look at the elapsed time, guys. I mean, you're shaking your head. You can't believe this, can you?
The team is just amazing. You know, Alan Johnson's just got a handle on that race car, and when he needs to run those 440s, he does.
That is the quickest we have seen.
You know, it was a big surprise when we saw only 460s in the previous pair. I thought, cloud cover, this track ought to be good. Well, we found out just how good it is. Alan Johnson, he could read a racetrack, goes down the race, right down that lane to a 449. How about it? 275 miles per hour at the 8th mile. That car was trucking all the way down the lane.
You see him go over the bump right there at the middle of the track. He'll have the lane choice. Tony, in only his second final in the Budweiser Shootout, he'll have the lane choice by a ton in this sport. And Brandon, before we say goodbye, I want to thank you and appreciate everything you've done, and we'll wish you good luck in final qualifying and also when race day tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what we're shooting for now. So, yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, we've got to take a commercial break. Stay with us. As you see, there is Tony at the far end of the racetrack. Stay with us. We've got a lot more coming your way from the Budweiser Shootout. And this is one of those contests, you got to do that. Log on, 100-yard blitz, and enter Wally Trophies, tonight's code word for your chance to win an HD TV. And glad that you're with us here at Las Vegas. You're looking down from the Sanyo Lightship and the electronics leader Sanyo, proud to bring us our aerial pictures from the Lightship with Chief Pilot Alan Judd and cameraman Jeff Vaughn working with us today, high in the skies. Thanks, guys. Always great to have you. And as we take a look at Team Schumacher from high above, they are already back getting ready for the final. And that's exactly what we're going to do. When we come back, it will be for $100,000. Today's Speed World presentation of the NHRA Budweiser Shootout, brought to you by Powerade. Sport is what you make it. And Budweiser, bright, crisp, clean, pure, the king of beers. And welcome back as the sun begins to set in the west as we are here to find out who's going to take home 100,000 big ones. Will it be Tony Schumacher for the first and only time in his career? It's the only thing that has eluded him. His track temperature has dropped to 84 degrees. Scott Kalitta, who has won this one other time in his career, that was back in 1996. He'll be over in the right lane. And remember the significance for Tony. He clinches the championship for the year. That's worth $400,000. He wins this today. That's $100,000. He could have a $500,000 payday. And then if he doubles up tomorrow with the bonuses and everything, it could be $600,000. And the only guy to double it, Joe Amato. You saw it right there. Dave Reed.
Just talked to Jim Oberhofer, still says it's all about power. Power that he cannot find in that Jesse James Top Fuel dragster right there. The changes that he made last time didn't result the way he wanted it to. The car only went 461. Did say the good news is the weather is starting to come to him, but of course the bad news is it's coming to Tony Schumacher too.
Well, Tony coming off that brilliant 449, the only 440 pass we've seen this weekend. Had to pedal and he still wins. Can you believe it? Hello, $500,000. Margin of victory, 13 ten-thousandths of a second. I think they're as stunned as we are. When I saw those pipes go dead for that short blip, I thought it was all over, Mike.
I tell you, it's one of those situations. The sun being down really helped that track being tight. Tony did a great job. You start feeling that thing rattle the tires. He gave it a quick pedal job and was able to save the run.
He has now won everything. Take a look.
Boy, he just drove around him right at the last second. Because Scott Glenn had 200ths of a second advantage. And then right there where Tony has to backpedal, that gets him even further behind. Scott starts skating around a little bit in the middle. Might have cost him the round right there because that allowed Tony to be able to just have enough to get by for the win. Great race.
Take a look. The elapsed time, 4:57 for Tony, 4:59 for Scott. But Scott was 200ths quicker off the starting line. There it is in the reaction time department. The only place Tony leads in this thing is where it counts, at the stripe. Let's go to the far end.
Tony climbs out of there, bud in hand, trophy in hand, check behind him. Whoa, the money is really starting to rack up. But I want to know, did you have to pedal that race car?
Well, I'll tell you what, I hope I had to pedal it because I did pedal it. You know, I've done that before where you go out there and it starts to do something. You think it's going to smoke the tires or shake. I hope to God it had some tire smoke off that thing because I definitely pedaled it and I saw his car go out there. There's Scott's nose and I thought, oh, this is good or bad or I don't know what's going on. And it drove around him. And I look at that wind light when it comes on. That's all Bud money, man. Anheuser-Busch, outstanding. For the United States Army, guys did a fantastic job all day long. But this is something that's eluded us for a long, long time. We just lost the #1 spot, you know, and I'll tell you what, Morgan went out there right in front of us, takes the #1 spot. We had the chance right there to do something no one's ever done before, and that's win 11 #1 spots. But it would have taken it away from Blaine Johnson and Gary Beck. And I'll tell you what, some of those guys probably just deserve it, man. It's the way it's supposed to be.
There's your new shootout man. For the first time, he adds that one to his mantle. Let's check in with Dave Reeve.
As we wait for a funny car burnout, we want to congratulate Alan Johnson. Tony's talking about the fact he hoped there was some smoke coming off of the tires. We're looking at it. You could see it.
Well, it was rattling. You know, it may not have broke him loose, but it was rattling, and that's what tells him he's got to try and do something, you know. So, right or wrong, he did the right thing, got away with it, and great job of driving.
And remember, this is a team concept. Great tuner. Tony Schumacher, pretty good driver, too.
Well, there's been a couple of times this year where Tony will freely admit he's cost him a race. This time, he's won him a race because whatever the decision, it turned out to be right. What a great, great event. Stay with us. We're coming right back with our qualifying 2 hours here at the AC Delco NHRA Nationals. In case you have to go, we're glad that you were with us, and we hope to see you tomorrow at 8 Eastern for final eliminations. For those of you that are going to be staying, that's what's coming up right there here on ESPN2 and ESPN2 HD. For Mike Dunn, Dave Reeve, Gary Gerald, I'm Marty Reed. Hope you don't have to go anywhere because we are coming right back. This is a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. Don't go anywhere because 2 hours of qualifying is coming up right now.